exposure you're getting while you're snapping it or while you're recording it.
So the cameras themselves, they're Zcam. I believe it's E6, and like a GoPro or your iPhone, they can either record video or take pictures. They just can't do both at the same time.
Do you know how much storage they have internally if they're capturing just inside the camera itself?
It depends on, they have, I think they have 4 terabyte drives in them.
Okay.
You can put, you can hook up like your iPhone, depends on, or your Samsung Galaxy or whatever flavor you prefer. You can put a different size memory card in them, or you can actually hook up a external drive.
Coming up on the winch a little as you pass, just to clear that tether.
Yeah.
Is there a way of knowing how much data has been captured already? I have a feeling it's substantial if we're...
You would have to talk to a data engineer for that.
Got it.
Kind of.
Just out of curiosity.
We've changed around several times. So.
Yeah.
I believe in there now is 1 terabyte.
Got it.
And it's a kind of proprietary Zcam thingy.
Yep.
Yeah.
How are we doing on time there, May?
We're doing all right. We've got another 30 seconds or so.
Roger.
Yeah, so each still image is just over a megabyte.
Why don't you can pause and restart there if you want. Rennie, you can move the ship.
Okay.
Ship's on its way.
So
oh, you're already on it?
Yep.
I missed that.
Video
Sorry.
burst
How did I miss
stopped.
that? Too busy talking about cameras.
That's all right. I aim for a seamless experience here.
What's that?
I aim for a seamless experience here.
Totally. One of 2 navigators on the planet that I actually trust to do that.
Well, now I got to know who the other is.
Actually 3.
So we can find them and kill them.
Yeah.
It's really cool being able to like look into the tubes.
Okay, May, are you ready to roll again?
Yep, we're ready to roll.
Here we go.
Okay, radio burst started. Yeah, so to give a sense of sort of the volume of these video bursts, approximately 5-minute video burst on just one camera is 20 gigabytes.
Yeah, that sounds right. You know, we haven't seen the bow on our watch yet, but if we could, we should try and see if there's, if the bow's intact, if we could see the imperial crest at the front.
That would be sweet.
Sorry, not the imperial crest, but the chrysanthemum.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
We managed to see one in on one of the wrecks in Hawaii, I think.
Yeah, one of the submarines.
Yeah, the submarines, yeah.
The submarines had them too?
Intentionally
Yeah,
scuttled
they did.
after they were...
Yeah, so I think I read this earlier from some of our experts ashore, but on this class of destroyers, there were no chrysanthemums.
Oh, just our luck.
We can paint one.
Destroyers did not carry the chrysanthemums.
You're pulling a bit, I can come down.
So those would have been the 25 millimeter AA guns.
I'll come to the other side here.
Yeah, you only have so
Holding
much
at
leash
+12.
that way.
Yeah. Bad decision on my part.
It's all right. Gotta
Aesthetically
follow the
good decision.
breadcrumbs.
May, you said the 5-minute video burst was 20 gigabytes?
Yeah, that's just for one camera though, so
Yeah.
there's 3 of them.
For reference, the high quality ProRes coming out of Zeus, the HD camera in Hercules, is about 1.8 gigabytes per 15 minutes. Just to give a difference in the size of those files,
Yeah.
and the data quality in those.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zeus is shooting 1080 video versus, what are the Whitefield 6K?
How are you on time, May?
We're fine. We're only 2.5 minutes in.
Roger.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
I
spin around here and get the
think these are 4K.
Are they 4K?
Yeah.
front
To my,
of the whatever structure
to
this
my
is.
understanding.
I find data scaling very interesting.
I'm not sure,
used
but
to-
it might be like ProRes 4K
Yeah.
or something like that. Which, yeah, when I've worked with other 4K camera systems,
Move
they can
that
be
lens
of
a
that
little
size.
closer there,
Yeah.
Roger.
4 tubes.
And come down for me, Tim.
Down to +10.
Yeah.
It's a really cool
Just
view.
give me enough leash to get around here.
And you could see below like where the torpedoes go, like the marks on the, like that, the axe, I don't know what it's called, but the thing it spins on.
Come down a little faster.
Grease screen.
Yeah, this would be a really
+10.
good area to do a digital still. So maybe,
Yeah, you can pause the video and
okay.
get your banana.
All right,
Pause your
so
orange,
we're gonna
get your
pause video burst.
Roger. See if I can come down a little more. Got 2 meters under me.
Yeah.
There, you got all 4 of them in the frame there.
All right, I got several.
In there if you want, Jacob, while we're Oh, did you get your pitches? I didn't.
Yeah, I got several. If you wanna, can you put, like, back up a little bit from it so we get a little bit more of the scene?
Turn my backup light on. I gotta back up really slow, otherwise I'll dust it. We're down 1.5 meters off the deck.
Still interested in the zoom, Dan?
What's that?
Still interested in the zoom?
Yeah, you can zoom in there if you want to.
Going in?
Okay, so I think when we're done with this zoom, we can go back into video mode.
Roger. Yeah, you can start video anytime.
Okay,
All right, coming
video
wide.
burst started.
Can we have a laser for the scale?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It was like 310 millimeters.
Take us down.
The pilot could hold still.
Oh, 610 millimeters, all right. Yeah, I was way off.
Do you want to finish entering the video burst so we can make a note of this?
Okay, you happy?
Yep.
So Hiroshi, what do you think about this structure?
You gonna come in full wide, Dan?
Well,
Yep, full width.
you see
Full
the
wide.
gear beneath
Are
those holes, so
are you
probably
rolling again,
this is
Megan?
rotating, part.
May?
Yes.
And yeah, and then probably that
Right,
is,
coming
looks
up.
like a tube.
Sorry, what did you say, Dan?
Yeah, that is
Are you rolling
probably
video
that tube
again?
is connected those 4, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
You're recording video again, are you?
Yeah, for a minute.
Roger.
Can't imagine the force it takes to lift those up. I wonder if it was, because I mean, they're clearly not in their, not in the hole they're supposed to be in. I wonder if they kind of lifted up
That's
when
going
they
to
were
be a
falling
cut.
and hit the ground, or if an explosion lifted them initially onto the deck.
Gonna come up a little. I'm +8 right now. We'll give you +12.
Yeah, you can come up a little if you want.
Holding there.
Alright. I think Rennie's going to move us a little closer for the bow.
Bridge now. Could we have 10 meters bearing 255. Thank you.
Can you pull up Home Assistant there and hit a restart on the Hotel Wisp? It'll be the little sub-like. Yeah, you got it. Cute. Not that I need it. I still got pressure on the gauge. That's all I really care about.
Gauge pressure is giving you real numbers.
Did you write up a little SOP, Megan? May? Just slap me.
I'm going to.
Tim, slap me for you.
Oh yeah, I wrote up quite a long one. I didn't get to sleep as early as I wanted.
If you have a copy, I can disseminate it to the ROV team as well, so they're on the same page.
Yeah, it's kind of more written like for us, but I can send it to you for sure.
I could write one. Mine certainly won't be more than one page, so. As I've said many times, literacy is not a requirement for ROV operator. We're more like pictures. I'm just going to have an apple, an orange, and a banana, and I'm going to have 2-3 sentences underneath each one.
Can do like a partial Venn diagram.
Ship's moving, but you might get, it's not, maybe not enough. It's a bit quicker.
Noel has noted that a lot of the navigation equipment has fallen to port.
Yeah.
Bridge nav. 10 meters, 255. Thank you. Still swinging.
Is that going to angle Nautilus in a little, maybe 5 meters closer to the site?
May, do you want me to stop the video burst now?
Yeah, we're gonna pause the video burst, Dan.
Roger. Do you want me to stop?
Just for like a second, yeah.
That's all right. I can see it.
Well, I'm assuming Ben has imaged both sides of this really well, so I'm just going to fly over it.
Okay, ready? We're gonna start another one.
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay, start it.
Here we go.
So for those who are just joining us, we are currently surveying the center line of the Yudachi, which is a Japanese destroyer. This particular wreckage has been corroded more than some of our other wrecks, and it's a little bit hard to understand each kind of section and feature since part of the ship has sort of folded back on itself. We've circumnavigated the entire vessel around the outside, the mud line, and we're just going over the top now. So Hiroshi, how does this compare to what you were expecting for?
Is this that video that
Well,
Is
one
that-
thing
that's
we
the
can
video?
do is I can look
Sorry,
back to
Rennie.
93's record, and then kind of we do the kind of
We're
monitoring
recording all
how
three of
much
the WCAs.
deteriorated the shipwrecks
I
over
thought it was a
time.
cinema camera.
Yeah, and then
That was part of the miss.
Freaks
yeah,
out.
it's quite interesting. It's very
There was
different
some
impression than
miscommunication there.
1993's
I will explain it later.
drawing.
That was the pineapple, actually.
And
We haven't completed the
Oh, is
pineapple
that-
yet.
is that
Still
gotten?
pieces on the workbench
Say that
down
again?
there.
So is that no? Maybe not. No. Sorry. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Is that, I just
Drop down
curious
just a
that
bit for me.
what make
Dropping down
these
to
legs so
both
much
Yeah.
collapse so faster than other shipwrecks because of the material, or
Yeah.
kind of
I can't tell if that's paint.
it does. I'm not sure if those were made of the same material though. It still could be like the side of the ship kind of warped. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
Was that Stoloniferous octocoral, the purple stuff?
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. I think we've been seeing that on some of the other wrecks as well.
Oh.
I think you can pause it there, Megan. That's May. That's you actually have to slap me, Tim. Fake slap's not going to do it. We'll get a if you pause that video, May, we'll get a zoom in on the coral here.
Video burst stopped.
I think that's call that a WAP. And Ben's been all through here. Go ahead.
Shadow, you got
Whatever
a
your name
shadow.
is over there in video.
Going in. You're right over there, Dan?
No, I'm tired. I haven't slept in 2 days.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Nor have I eaten anything but plain rice and whatever that gruel they serve in the morning
It
is.
does look like this, the octocoral.
Yeah.
Stoloniferous. Nice purple.
We got a little bit more zoom if you want it.
Yeah, I don't know if I can hold still.
Roger that.
I'm tired of my teeth there.
I can come in wide.
Maybe if I let go of it, it will be.
So we got full tether in view there.
Well, I'm trying to blame the arrow when I see Archer. See, what is my joy game? Maybe it's the current. Oh, it comes swinging around here. Okay, I think that concludes our video and photogrammetry obligations at this site.
Yep, I would agree with that. So, yeah, it's nice to end on this octocoral and to see how much life is growing on this wreckage. So, Bill, you can make a note. Well, I guess we'll keep the timers running until we actually get off the site. But
Okay, can go wide, Jacob.
One wide.
Yeah, I'll turn around and run the other way just because we can. Squidworm! Squidworm!
You have a camera going over there?
Even though I see Ben spin all over here, but I'll just cover that one little area again and
yeah.
get it from the other direction.
So do we have any more tasks at this site?
No, we're good. So after this, we're gonna transit.
Come down five for me, Tim.
Coming down +10.
Yeah, right. Pull it tight here.
So that's to the Dehacen?
Yeah.
Do you remember this shipwreck?
Yeah, but it's much more deteriorated than
Um,
the way I remembered. If you look in my
actually,
book of
Renee,
the artist, it looked
we're gonna go to that unknown first.
much more like
we
a
already
ship.
hit unknown 3.
Yeah, it's a mingle.
I don't know where that was past town, but
I'm
we did
trying
that on
to,
the way
you
down.
know,
Oh, we did?
is
Okay.
there any way of looking at the steel
check
they
with you,
used, or?
But we were already here.
We were already there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was when we came down. Let me just zoom out a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a seamount.
Yeah, it's when we were coming down this way, and then did the unknown 3, unknown 2, unknown 1, and then Northampton.
Oh, this is from way back then?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, Larry said to go there, so. Okay.
No, yeah,
I'm looking at a map that doesn't have bathymetry, so that's helpful to see that. That's very much a geologic feature.
Yeah, and we went to it, and it was, and confirmed that that's what it was.
Yeah, we wrote a report on that.
Yeah.
How far away is the?
Dehacen is 2,300 meters.
It very well could be, yeah.
Pellet's on its side.
Oh, wow.
Tim, turn 180, that whatever takes your my tether up out there for me.
Copy that. Turning around. I might want to come up a little first. I'm only +5 above you.
That's all right. I need the leash. You can turn either way, actually. I don't care.
Rennie, do you have the?
Turning the wrong direction.
Is that?
Just turn one way.
I know
or
it's
the
selected,
other.
but approximately
Or
how
I'll
much
pull you
time to
around.
the Dehacen?
Yeah, it seems like they were able to get, even going backwards, they were able to go 0.8 knots without the tether being, or the 6.8 being an issue.
Okay.
So 0.8, 2,300 is going to be probably between 1.5 and 2.5 hours, so about 2 hours.
2 hours. Okay. And are we gonna have the Norbit not recording but just running to see if we see anything?
Yeah, we can have it running and we can be viewing that.
That'd be great.
As long as the pilots are comfortable with the altitude.
Yeah, we've been doing around 50, 60 meter altitudes.
Yeah.
At 1
see
knot.
that inside a main turret, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1992 was still sitting on the, on the deck, but it's collapsed.
I'm gonna take Atlanta out of auto iris so I can brighten that up a little bit. It's very dark.
Yeah, right. Turn your tail light on, Tim.
Wait, that is full open. There's just no visual on there. I think it needs some light.
He's looking off into the Netherlands right now.
Alright, into the darkness.
Is
there any way to put some light on there just so I can make sure the camera's okay?
May you want to click
I'm gonna turn
the,
on just one forward light.
Okay, cool. Camera's
can you
good.
click the video on?
You can turn it off now. I
We'll
just
just
wanted
get
to make
a
sure it was okay.
shot of this before we leave the site.
Yeah, we're video bursting. Can you log a video burst? Awesome, thanks.
Are you rolling?
Yeah, we're rolling.
Right.
All three.
You got your waypoint dialed in there, do you, Rennie?
Sorry?
You have your waypoint dialed in, do you?
Yeah, whenever you guys are ready.
Yeah,
We're,
let me just come around the
yeah,
guns here and I'll then clear my tether.
yeah. When the ROVs are ready to start towing, then we're good on the back road side.
Yeah, just get some close-up video of the guns here. Assuming you have the timer on too. Is that right?
Sorry?
Oh, I was asking May if she has the timer on still as well.
They, not she. Timers are rolling the whole time.
They are still going?
Yep, I'm not turning them off till we're off the wreck site.
Roger, thank you. Good idea. Never know what you might find on the way out.
Rennie, can you see in Atalanta back cam if that
Looks like that coral fell
You're gonna
off.
have to do more than smack me. You might have to punch me.
It's interesting. Looks like that coral, white coral, fell off
And
the barrel.
if you want to find a weak spot, my gut is just tearing me up. Oh,
Tim, what was that?
thanks. I'm
just
just
if
so
you can see if that
tired and so
obstruction's a
hungry
problem
I
in
could
Atalanta
barely
app?
function.
I can't hear you, Tim. Can you say it again?
If you can see if that obstruction is a problem in Atalanta aft, the tether's going kind of over the chart.
Oh,
Make
yeah,
sure it's
yeah.
not
I'm
touching.
watching it. I'm watching it. I'm gonna pick it up right now. And
Well,
see.
we have a delta of 5 meters right now, so that
I
could
know
be,
what the delta is. Thank you.
yeah.
So what we're gonna do, Rennie, is I'm gonna gently come up with Herc and
Yeah.
probably come negative delta just to pick it up. And if it comes up, then we're golden. But yes,
Looks like we're
It
good.
had fallen over too.
it's in that 8
Yeah.
meters under him, and the weight is about that, so should be good. Or not.
Huh.
Yeah, could be hooked. Oh, there it is. Okay, Tim, come up easy.
Is that the Norbit?
Yep.
Oh, she was showing that. Okay.
All right, video burst, stop.
And May,
Yes.
you do not have to go up SBL to say that.
To say video burst, stop.
No, to correct me for being an idiot.
All right, so are you setting up for tow mode? Is that
Yes,
right?
I am. I'm waiting for you to move the boat somewhere.
Okay, I'm ready to move the boat.
Keep coming up there, Tim.
Up on the winch.
All right. Nice job, guys.
Okay, and then
Thank
you
you.
can log that we're stopping
Yep.
photogrammetry. First,
Website.
first photogrammetry, WCA timer, photogrammetry stopped.
And then what about the WCA?
You could say stopping photogrammetry, comma, WCA timer.
Auto head off.
And then, yep, perfect.
Hey, Rennie.
Hello?
Is now a safe time to put an orbit on stream 3 or...
Hold off one.
Yeah, of course.
Rennie, is that right that it's going to be just short of 2 hours?
It should be, sorry,
No worries.
doing too many things. Yeah, 2300. We estimated that to be about 2 hours,
Yep,
probably
okay.
at 0.8. But we'll see. I mean, there's going to be, you know how it goes.
Sounds good. Bill, you can make a note that we're shifted into tow mode.
We're going this way.
We're heading to the USS
Yes.
Dehacen,
Yeah.
DD 469. After
100
finishing
meters, copy.
Yudachi survey.
Yep.
Something is amiss.
Yeah, if now's not a good time, I don't need to put it up. I was just curious.
What are you coming up to, Tim?
Aiming for 100 meters altitude, but if you want to keep bottom lock, I can hold it wherever we lose.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk to Dan about 75.
75 is probably good.
So if we're going to be running this, might as well.
Yep.
All right, you're good on, Jacob, you're good on broadcasting, man.
All right, fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you for asking.
Yeah, of course. If that changes, just let me know and I can take it off.
Sure, yeah, no, it's all good.
It's a little more engaging to look at than a bunch of blue screens and us sitting here.
Yeah. All right, so Tim, we're watching our wire cam. We're going 0.8 backwards. They said that it was fine last watch. So
Copy that. We'll keep an eye on wire. Get entertained by the flying fish.
yeah. I need to make some more contours downstairs. I think I'm actually okay. I'll do it after this watch.
Is this the Yudachi that we're over with the Norbit right now?
On center.
In the Norbit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. You can see that
What's
we're
No.
still.
that over there
Wait. No.
on the
Wait
far
a
right of the Norbit? That more debris?
yeah. Okay, yeah, because we're going backwards, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
let me do this. Let me do this. There we
yeah.
go. That's going to be a lot better. Good call, Bill. Way to shout out.
Wait, what I do?
Just, we're towing backwards, right? So, but I had it
In forward,
in
yeah.
forward view, so it looked like we were coming upon another wreck, but we're exiting. So now we're towing backwards. There we go.
I mean, looking at high pack, since we're just like right
There was a
over
little
it.
bit. They visited it on their yeah. I don't know what it was, but part of the ship.
All right. So thanks for all of the comments and for everybody who's joining us from around the world. We just finished a visual survey and documentation of the Japanese destroyer, the Yudachi. You can see that in our Norbit multi-beam high resolution mapping system, which is on channel 3, that yellow swath. You can see a little bit of the wreckage showing up there. And if you would like to see more of what we were just surveying, you can go on YouTube and scroll back. Jacob, our expert video editor and engineer and producer, is going to be making highlight videos of every single wreck. So there will be one of this one as well. And yeah, in general, what we're doing when we visit these wrecks is non-invasive archaeological surveys where we keep a respectful and mindful distance from the wreckage and visually understand a little bit more about the history and what happened, and document these as sites, as memorial sites. The next wreck that we are heading to is the USS Dehacen DD 469. We should be there in about 2 hours or so. We're going to be towing our way there, so you'll see blue water as the ROVs are towed by the ship, by Nautilus. And we'll keep our Norbit sonar running, so in case we see anything on the way to the Dehacen, we'll be able to pick it up in the sonar. This helps us kind of give a sense of if there's perhaps something smaller or a feature that wasn't able to be mapped or resolved using the ship's sonar system. Since we're much closer to the seafloor, the ROV's Norbit system allows us to get a kind of higher resolution image.
So there's some more flying fish action going on.
Yeah. It's that time.
Do you want to try to maintain GVL lock, or are you happy here?
Rennie, we have a Norbit question, if you're
Sure.
open. So they're asking, what size would a fish have to be picked up in the Norbit? Would it need to be a really large shark or cetacean or something small? And how close to the ROV would that need to be?
That is a good question. I think the most important thing there to be able to detect whether it's a fish or just a versus, you know,
Like an artifact?
what would look like an artifact is
Yeah.
if they held still. But if it was a stationary object and it was the size of a fish, I mean, we can resolve. I mean, some of the maps we've been making have been like a ½ meter, but that's just when we grid it, just for a uniform grid size. But these points are a bit denser than that in some places, so it kind of depends. Individual fish, no. I mean, okay. But maybe a shark.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. It's about 10 to 30 centimeter resolution, is that right? Around this depth?
Yeah.
Or altitude, I mean.
It depends. Yeah, it depends. Like we can get, like you can see in there, there's bands of like a more like a better point density, and then
Yeah.
some not. So, and then we grid that to a more uniform pixel grid.
Right.
Voxels for 3D.
And the swath width for the altitude we're at is around 300 meters or so, is that right?
I don't. I can measure it.
So the Norbit system has 512 beams, and we're currently being towed around.
No, it's only 140 right now.
That makes more sense because we're at like 100 meters. Is that right? Oh no.
100, yeah.
Yeah, 100, but
Okay.
yeah, so I didn't look to see when we went up, but there is like, there's like an extinction essentially of like our depth, you know, or our altitude, depending on how you look at it, how far off you are from the object. There's, in some ways it acts like, you know, a triangle, but in other ways, if you get too high up, it doesn't just keep getting wider because the frequency is attenuated, so then you only get it starts to taper back in to a not as wide swath.
Nice. Thanks for that explanation.
Yeah, so that's why for our ship's multi-beam, we do extinction curves just to know what our swath width is at different depths. So we have the same problem with the ship's multi-beam is once you get deep again, it's, you know, you would want our swath width to be just massive, you know, from, let's say we have a swath width of like 6 kilometers at 2,500 meters depth or something. At 6,000 meter depth, it doesn't keep on going. At some point, it comes back in. and our swath width gets, it kind of stays the same. It could be like 6 kilometer depth and still only be 6 kilometer width. Because you have to pass through so much water on those far edges that you don't get a sound return back. But you could if you lower the frequency or increase the power. So there's just different sonars that are made for different things.
That's great. And yeah, and typically we're kind of using these 3 different systems in tandem. So the Norbit or the ROV high resolution sonar system, multi-beam system, and then the ship's hull mounted multi-beam, as well as the shore-based Drix surface vessel, which has a what we've been calling an all-right resolution, or somewhere in between those two. And they're off mapping and surveying around the sound while we're out here. Just a little shout out to Dr. Jeff Beeson, who was out here earlier this season on the Matignon, or the Mariana 1 expedition, as one of our scientists. He's listening in with his students who are learning to process multi-beam data, and has the live feed in the background. So it's been great to hear.
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, so this year, this 2025 Nautilus expedition season started off in the Mariana region, and our first expedition, the Matignon expedition, was really exciting. We were diving on active hydrothermal vents and submarine volcanoes, as well as some of the abyssal plains. It was a really excellent cruise from a geology perspective, geophysics perspective, as well as a taxonomic and ecological kind of habitat mapping perspective. We had a wonderful team of scientists aboard, including Jeff, and you can tell just how different each of our cruises in our season expedition are. So doing these archaeological surveys are really different in nature and objective, and the cruise following this one will be in the Marshall Islands, and that will be a science cruise, and we'll have a lot of interesting kind of perspectives and participants involved.
Which target or wreck are we heading for?
Dehaven.
Dehaven.
Dehaven, roger, thanks.
1 second. Oh. Let's see, Dehaven is a Fletcher class. All right, yeah, the Fletcher class is super cool. They were very mass-produced, especially towards the end of the war, and were used for quite a while after the war too, Cold War too. They're pretty well armed for destroyers and are really recognizable. We had a lot of them. They had 5 guns, 2 fore, 2 in the back, and one of them facing 4, but still kind of near the back. 10 torpedoes total, launchable at one time, and 2 quintuple tubes. And yeah, we used them for quite a while. I want to say up till the 80s, but I'm not 100% sure. Let me look it up. Oh wow, yeah, it says it's just based off of a quick Google search. Apparently the last one was used in 2001, which is crazy because it was made in, I think, the late 30s. So that tells you something about its design.
Hmm.
It's like the Postal Service trucks, those little square things. The last one was made in 1991 or 92 or something.
Wow.
They've just been repaired. I mean, someone can fact check that, but that's my understanding.
We were talking about, before you joined our watch, Rennie,
Yeah.
we were talking about how Herc has had nearly all of its components replaced.
The
And
ship of Theseus.
exactly, and then when K2 was giving us sort of a breakdown on how the numbering of software, you know, the 3 digits, like a digit, dot, a digit, dot, a digit, what would Herc be now?
Oh, wow.
Like what version of Herc would it be? And you could think about that for those postal trucks too. If they just keep repairing them, what remains from the beginning?
I think the high level number would still be 2 because of the
box.
frame replace.
Yeah.
How many bug fixes on
What
Herc
just
over the
happened
years do we
with
think?
Norbit?
Yeah. What's going on? Oh.
Oh, we lost. Oh, we just had a bad USBL ping.
That makes sense.
Yes. So what happens when we don't have DVL, which we're pretty high up? We're completely reliant on USBL, and if we get bad USBL pings, then it'll throw it off into space, and which it did. Now we're back.
We don't see the little Herc. Is that just because we're zoomed in?
What? Where?
You know, in the Norbit.
Oh yeah, I'm just zoomed in.
You're just zoomed in, yeah. Okay.
Slide.
Yeah, so you can see it bounced off
Slide
into
the
somewhere else
your way
in
some.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good there.
So we can kind of get an idea if we saw something major, but it's not quality of like mapping or anything. But yeah, but I still think for Herc, I think it's still probably 2 dot something. But there was a lot of 1 dot somethings. Because the frame and foam replacement was probably what I don't know. Is that just the body or the brains? You know, if it's the brains, then we're still on 1.
Yes. So what we were told by K2 is that the first digit would mean a significant system change that would not be backwards compatible. The second one is a feature update or upgrade or addition, and then the third number is a book change. So I think like little bits being changed maybe would be that third one, and then some new kind of I don't know, sampling equipment. When, for example, when we first started sailing the slurp carousel, that would probably be like a second digit change.
I think then you'd have to argue if the frame and foam pack are a second digit or a first digit. Now I'm thinking about it, it might be a second digit because the brain is still the same.
Yeah.
1.5.25.
1.5.25?
I would say 1.25 point.
1.25 point
Point-
1,000?
point a but
So
the third one would restart. When you get to 25, you'd go back to like 1.
we were calling it 1.5 when we did the frame. So that's the frame, the buoyancy.
Yeah.
And
then
then
what about all
we've done enhancements, manipulator. So I don't know why we went to 0.5.
Yeah, I mean the octans was
Manipulators.
essentially the same one. It just was a different one. So it's not any different. And the beacons are not. They would just be beacons and DVL are. DVL is the same enough, and the beacons are different, but not. They might be a third digit.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Sonodyne.
Yeah, the old
The track links.
the old track links. That was before my time, thankfully.
Those were so heavy, man. Getting those out of Herc, the top of Herc, where it was like you need a crane.
Oh yeah, I remember those beacons. I remember the last time we tested them, and it gave us a position of the vehicle to accuracy of plus or minus, what, twice water depth?
Yeah, that's when we stopped using them. I was like, well, we had already upgraded to the Sonodyne, but that was a shakedown. We were testing both systems, and I was like, it's dead.
I suspect that transducer was also having some trouble after enough years.
I think one of the heads was always bad, or for the past few years had been bad, and so all of my calibration woes were essentially, I couldn't calibrate something that was broken. So it was questionable. But sonar bang on. Although I've been noticing a couple of dropouts, and it should be our ping rate should be fine. It just seems to not be getting it every second, which is odd. I'm gonna do a hard restart on that. A hardware restart after this dive. We do software restarts often, and but there's a couple, and for largely that also powers off the hardware, but there's one serial interface that I could restart that I think will help.
What is I can never spell photogrammetry. What does ROMI stand for again?
Real-time underwater immersion.
Real-time underwater modeling and immersion program.
Real-time underwater
modeling and immersion.
Modeling and immersion?
I believe so.
It's Rumai.
There's no room for the A in the acronym.
Yeah.
The ands usually get left out.
Roger.
Yeah.
Rumi has certainly come a very long way since its origins a couple of years ago. I remember when that started.
What are we calling that machine that's recording Rumi?
Dunno.
The secret Rumi machine? And it, Rachel has a name for it. Triclops something. What's that? Yeah, I'll call it that, since it's politically incorrect. I don't see what's wrong with that either, but what do I know? Zcam E6, is that what's in the Zcams? I can tell you here. Can I? It has not. Oh, they haven't. They've been the same since day one. Doesn't say here. It's, I'm just going to say Zcam. I was going to put a link. Oh, I know where there's a link. I know. Where did I put my, let's see if I open this. I already have a link. I should be doing this in Confluence. But Confluence is a pain in the you-know-what.
I think we could probably do a single Norbit pass over, and then I'll put a base map up after watch, rather than the full survey. Just
Are you talking about what's going to happen 3 hours from now?
1 hour from now.
1 hour from now.
Yeah. Well, 1.5 hours.
That's not what I want. These are just my links.
So we're finding out that a forwards tow is fine, a backwards tow is fine, the sideways tow is caveat emptor.
Zcam E2F6. Surrender. Yeah, you're good. Here, take this with you. Or not. It's a Ropo's habit. You leave the van during blue water, you have to take an electronic leash.
Makes sense.
What is this? Exit. Airplane. No thanks. Do you happen to know what images the Rumi is capturing?
What images is it capturing?
Yeah, what the file format is?
I do. I
Might have.
can. Yeah, they're
They're
they're just JPEGs.
just JPEGs?
Yep. And I also checked the video format is .movs.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, for all three.
I don't know if I want to put that information in here or not. Might be too much for us lowly ROV pilots.
Yeah.
Not required information.
Do you want me to email you my like SOP?
You don't have to email it to me if it's published somewhere on the Google Drive. You can send the link.
That's what I mean. It's on
Yeah.
it's on WhatsApp and Google Drive.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah, then I'll just keep it. I'm just gonna put. I'm trying to keep this really simple for 5-second. What we call the 5-second download. Like one sentence, literally. I'm even gonna skip the roomy part because people don't need to know. I'm just gonna say photogrammetry. We My sentence is getting shorter and shorter. Triclops PC records JPEGs at 1 hertz. That's pretty much it, right? Do you know what are the files for the Zcams? Are those also JPEGs? Do you know, Megan? I think they're just don't respond. Or you can have a derogatory nickname for me that you return. That will help. Response. Roger. Like I say, I'm really tired. Yeah. Thank you for continuing to correct me. I'm very tired. Yeah, that would work. I do that to my cat when it gets on the kitchen table, and it still gets on the kitchen table. When I stepped out, I actually I'll go off SPL.
Yeah, we basically came on watch when they had identified the unknown bow. It was at the end, right? Yep, that's what I remember. No problem. Go for it. So just a little update on where we are and where we're going. The last wreck that we surveyed was the Yudachi, which was a Japanese a Japanese destroyer. We did a visual survey of that wreck and including a lot of high resolution imagery and video in order to document the site non-invasively as a memorial site, and that was our first Japanese ship of this expedition that we surveyed. Now we are moving along towing, so since many of our sites are within close distance of each other, we're able to keep the ROVs in the water and just tow from wreck site to wreck site, which means that the Nautilus, the ship, is essentially pulling along both Hercules and Argus. We're moving at a speed of just under a knot, about 0.8 knots, heading towards the USS Dehacen DD 469. That'll be the next wreck that we survey. Rennie, do you think that we're going to be able to do a proper Norbit survey of that wreck, or how do you feel about that?
I was intending to do a pass over it, a single one.
Okay.
I don't know if we'll do all 3 passes.
Yeah, whatever you're comfortable with. I think if doing a proper survey is something that is operationally feasible, then we would do that. But if we don't have the people to do it, then
Yeah.
then we can just do the pass.
Okay.
Say that again. We're going to the USS Dehacen, the DD 469. The Dehacen, yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's not that one. So a little bit of context about the Dehacen. Earlier, Bill shared with us some of the details of this Fletcher-class destroyer, but some of the history and kind of what happened. The name of it is actually after a Arctic explorer and officer, Lieutenant Edwin Dehacen, and the ship sailed from Norfolk through the Tonga Islands in November of 1942, and it was tasked to escort ships to Guadalcanal to relieve the Marines who were there for several months at that point. So the Dehacen pretty much joined the Solomon Islands campaign pretty much right after it was commissioned. And typically what the Dehacen was tasked to do was to transport ships, escort convoys, and patrol off of Guadalcanal for a few months from the end of 42 to early 43, 1943. So there was a moment that there was these nighttime resupply runs that the Japanese would do during their campaign. So those were called the Tokyo Express, and the Dehacen patrolled to intercept one of these nighttime Tokyo Express runs, resupply runs, and participated in 2 bombardments during one of those resupply runs. And in February 1943, the ship, while returning with 2 landing craft, received a warning that there would be some incoming air attacks, part of the Japanese Operation K, or Ki, I'm not exactly sure if I'm pronouncing that right. And 9 Japanese planes were then sighted. 6 of them broke out of formation and attacked, and the ship was hit by 3 bombs, and it was a near miss. The sinking happened on February 1st of 1943, while it was attacked by 6 of these Japanese Aichi Val dive bombers. One of them struck the superstructure of the Dehacen, which killed the commanding officer, which was kind of one of the typical techniques on both sides to take out the commanding officers in order to disrupt the chain of command. And the ship then sank pretty quickly on that day. There were survivors, and they were all the survivors from the Dehacen were rescued and escorted by one of the LCTs, or the landing craft tanks from the US. It was the first of this class of destroyer, the Fletcher class, that was lost in World War II. Oh, we can calculate that. It's going to take a second though. You mean on the photogrammetry work? It's not going to be an exact science, but I think what we can do is, so here, I'll do it while Bill is working on a summary. Yeah, I think to figure out the more exact, like, we would just look at the kind of mud line survey and the proportion that was done with the sawtooth pattern versus the portion that we did with the mowing the lawn pattern. It'll take me a moment, but I'll look into it. Yeah, I think the big question is checking the time and then also checking the quality of the sorry, what'd you say? Oh, the Yudachi. Yudachi. So yeah, that description about the Dehacen, we'll be arriving there in about 30 minutes with the ROVs, and we'll do at least a pass over it to get some situational awareness with our Norbit high resolution multi-beam system, and when we feel ready to move down to the seafloor for a non-invasive visual and archaeological survey of the wreck, we'll head down there and continue our typical circumnavigation and studying some of the changes that have occurred since it was last visited when Dr. Ballard was here in 1992. Bernie, do you remember for the Yudachi when we came on watch, we had basically circumnavigated, we had, I think, a third left to do of the entire circumnavigation. A quarter, okay. I think we were just short of midship on one side, but we had done the whole other side, and okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. All right, so Dan, yeah. Yep, 1700 to 1752. And then none of that includes the top part. But yeah, so that Gaussian splatting method essentially treats like the points within like this extremely high density point cloud kind of setup as volumetric splats. That's what the splatting comes from, or blobs. So it's kind of like this cloud-like blob that can then be smoothly blended to make this extremely photorealistic model.
I think I've seen some of those. Where are those typically hosted? Is that a NARA thing? Is that the?
Is that a what?
Are those hosted on the NARA service? I know it's a 3D model. I think I've seen some of those hosted there, or maybe throughout where when I was involved with the earlier iterations of Rumi, we looked at a ton of different ways and places to host models and ways to do things. And I think we've looked at some of those. I just can't remember where or what.
Yeah,
It sounds familiar.
I've never seen one hosted online just due to the weight of the file size. Like,
yeah,
for some of the Gaussian splatting 3D models of hydrothermal vents that were done on previous projects I was part of, they were, you know, one model would be half a terabyte.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love that.
So,
that makes me happy for some reason.
Yeah, so to get the full effect, you not only, you also need to have a computer that can handle visualizing a file of that size.
Yeah.
I have some Gaussian splatting models I can show you on a hard drive here, but I don't have my super nerdy computer set up. My gamer computer to process
I think
these.
there's at least one on board.
There must be one that can handle visualizing.
Either Tim or Jonathan has something that could look at it.
Yeah, I've seen
his little super compact.
The triple fan cooling system.
Yeah. I watched him putting that together. He was like, I want to put everything into the smallest frame I can.
Yeah.
The amount of computers he's gone through for Rumi has been very funny.
Yeah, so for those different types of 3D modeling, they really serve different purposes for the different kind of work that we do. And, you know, from an ecological perspective and a geological perspective, a lot of times they're really helpful to understand environmental change as well as biodiversity analysis, which can be done using